Welcome everyone. So in today's subject I'm going to talk about cold baths and why I'm doing this, what are the benefits, what's the journey, story and stuff like that. So starting off, what if I told you that willingly exposing yourself to the freezing water could rewire your brain, supercharge your body, or even make you mentally tougher, like master the discomfort? Well, it might sound crazy, but the science says otherwise. But yeah, what is my story behind this? Why I even started this? Like, what was the point, you know? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, what's the point? So, in the beginning, I started. Actually, I wanted to do this as a kid all the time, but I never had opportunity to do that, to do all of the thing. I started with help of my friend. I went to the lake in the midnight and I knew a method of Wim Hof. I used the method of breathing and it allowed me to stay for like 5 minutes on the first bath. It was a scary experience. Indeed, the first time alone in the dark water was scary, but it allowed me to feel how is it like. My main goal behind this was to just master my weaknesses, you know. Yeah, I mean, as an introvert, I struggle a lot, you know, with going outside of my comfort zone. So this pushed me to get out of this comfort zone, you know. So it helped me a lot. It also helped me with inflammations and it reduced the amount of sickness during the winter. It's amazing, to be honest. Like, I used to be always sick when there was winter. After that, practically never, maybe once when I was really tired. But yeah, before I used to be like sick once, twice every winter. Now I'm sick once per 3-4 years, and it's usually very weak sickness, you know. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's really good. So what can you expect? In the beginning, you're going to adapt. You may catch a cold in the beginning, but there is a low chance, but you may catch. But you can expect an increased tolerance to cold, increased, like, you will expand your comfort zone, right? The expanded comfort zone, so you can push farther in your professional life, right? So we've got this, that, and you're also gonna be just tougher, basically tougher, and your brain is gonna work better. Yeah, literally better, like focus, creativity, and many more. But yeah, what's next? Sorry, I wrote everything on a paper, so I'm not gonna wander everywhere. I'm gonna just go straight to the point, right? So, in the beginning, we're gonna start from the nervous system and hormones. So the number one thing is your brain and nervous system, right? So it will rewire your brain, and it's going to produce norepinephrine. Norepinephrine. It's a hormone. It's a neurotransmitter that improves your cognitive functions, especially while studying. Yeah, it's pretty useful for students and for people that like to push their boundaries also in the mental field, right, by studying. So it's good for, let's say, students, of course, for programmers, people from science, from doctors. It's great. It's a great tool, definitely. I recommend to all of you guys, and even for just people that want better performance of brain. All right, so the next step, the next like plus is it improves your metabolism and brown fat activity, right? So because of the huge exposure, your cardiovascular system works a few times harder. And because of this, your metabolism is just simply improved. And thanks to this, you remove all of the toxins and it improves basically just burning of the fat. What is great thing, and is going to make you basically healthier. Your heart is going to be stronger, but you need to be careful before you start. Make sure that your heart is strong enough, because you may get a shock that might cause a heart attack. So be careful before going into the water without any preparation. All right. So the cold exposure improves the mental toughness, right? The act of going to a cold water that is around 5 degrees requires some control. You're not gonna get there by accident, or if you get there by accident, then you have a problem. So, but when to do this willingly on your own, it's gonna make you tougher mentally. And examples of people, for example, Wim Hof. Wim Hof is a guy that made a school of exposure on cold in Poland, in Polish mountains, and this guy he used to climb on Himalayas, I believe on Mount Everest on the first camp, and he discovered many interesting things. He used to dive in the Antarctica and stuff like that. Yeah, this guy is crazy, and he showed a lot. Let's say that by using breathing techniques, you can improve your control of stress. You can improve your control of stress in the water as well. It's the same thing. Have a look on YouTube, WIM HOF method. You have access to this in less than 30 seconds if you just type in. It's beautiful that in these days we can access data so easily, especially methods like a WIM method. It's amazing, to be honest. What are my personal thoughts on that? I believe in thought that what won't kill you will make you stronger. So that's my belief. Like in my opinion, this kind of things, if done correctly and under a proper knowledge, with a proper knowledge, can really improve your life, and they can add some value to your life as well. I recommend. My thoughts are 100% you should try. If you're a healthy person and you've never had any diseases with your heart, then you should definitely try. It will be a huge game changer. You're gonna thank me later. You're gonna be like, oh, I listened to this one guy on YouTube. He was talking about cold baths. I wish I could start Ariel. Yeah. You're gonna be really grateful for that. All right, the next one is the thing that I mentioned before with cardiovascular system. It's basically the cold shower, cold exposure, cold baths. They make your cardiovascular system. No, they flush out your cardiovascular system. all of those activities. So basically in the beginning you have a huge contraction of all of the veins and micro tiny, I don't know how they call them. So they are called capillaries in English, but you know what I mean, those tiny veins. They got under a huge contraction, and then after they come back to normal temperature, all of the toxins got removed. And while it's not the best to grow your muscles in this way, it's amazing for soreness after a workout. That's for sure. And it also just cleans you from toxins. It's really good if you're, let's say, doing fasting, or if you just want to remove toxins, right? So that's gonna be a great thing to implement. All right. Next thing that we can talk about is longevity. So it's not a mystery that such a huge exposure is going to increase your immune system, right? The robustness of your immune system. Why is that? It's quite simple mechanism. So a huge exposure is causing your body to produce more white blood cells. And this basically improves the immune system. So it increases the robustness of all of the system. And as far as we know, less sickness means longer lifespan, right? Lifespan, basically. Better functions. Of course, if combined with healthy lifestyle. Of course. And yeah, it also reduces stress. It's like a gym, right? Let's take this analogy. If you go on the gym, the small amount of work that you do there makes you overall stronger, right? It's the same like here. A small amount of stress in a water makes you overall much more immune on stress in everyday life. Let's say stress at work, stress at home, you know, this kind of stuff. If you're studying, deadline stress, you know. It's definitely a thing that you must try, because it will for sure improve your life. I'm pretty much sure. All right. Let's go to breathing techniques and some myths about cold baths. So breathing technique, this is more about when you go to a water, probably the first thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna just keep your breath, or you're gonna just start getting contracted all the time. All of your bodies, you're gonna try to contract all of the muscles. And all of those behaviors are very bad, and they're gonna make you survive less than 30 seconds. So the first thing that you need to do is to basically breathe, use the WIM HOF method, or at least calm down your mind and stay present in a moment. The people that meditate probably can relate what I mean. If you never meditated, it's a great place to start. It's gonna teach you, it's gonna enforce this skill, as it's a must-have to do this as a hobby or as a regular activity. This is going to enforce the state of being present. And yeah, calm down your mind and just relax. This is gonna make you stay 10 times longer in this water than you think. Yeah, let's say 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, like this. Not 30 seconds. Or 2 seconds, you know. The myths. All right, I see. Yeah, so I wrote down. Yeah. All right. So number one myth that I checked by myself, and many people also checked, and it's very interesting, is that cold water is gonna make you sick. And unfortunately, It's a bias. It's a myth that is debunked. It's not true. The cold exposure, if done properly, is going to make you actually stronger and less prone to getting sick again. Less likely. So definitely it's a myth. Probably many parents and grandparents used to say that you're gonna get sick. You get sick because of unhealthy lifestyle, lack of movement, and just covering yourself with every possible cloth when there is cold. And this makes your body just lazy. That's the main reason why. It's pretty simple. Yeah. One more thing, just to keep this short, I'm not gonna talk about everything, we don't have that much time. I'm just gonna mention one thing. You can do this in a cold shower at your home. It's much more difficult in my opinion. You just need a temperature below 15 degrees and that will be fully enough. You don't need to have like minus 10, minus 20 degrees ice. It's definitely not. 10 degrees, perfect. If you have 10 degrees water, amazing. If you have below that, you can already have like the best benefits, but you know, it's not as low as you think it has to be. Your body is gonna already go through the process of all of the cardiovascular activity, stress and stuff like that below 15 degrees. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not gonna talk longer for that because I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to kind of show my thoughts and just kind of structurize all of the knowledge in one video. For me, it's a great life changer. I am really grateful that I started doing this, that I surpassed my my limited beliefs about exposure on cold. And yeah, you should definitely try. If not this year, then next year. But this year, at least do cold showers. At least expose yourself on cold. Have a look how it works. Maybe just do 30 seconds today or tomorrow. Just 30 seconds. Just check how it feels. You know, probably a shower isn't gonna be the best feeling, but just try. Cold water in a lake is much better. All right, I hope you enjoyed, guys, and yeah, see you in the next one. I'm gonna find some more subjects. I have some, but I'm not gonna spoiler just now. Yeah, peace. Thank you.